We're going to look at a hand from GUKPT Manchester Day 1B 2019 involving Mark Dyson and Sam Grafton. We see action with Fred limping the 7-6 of hearts in the cutoff, Sam completing in the small, and Mark Dyson wakes up with a monster, finds aces in the big blind, raises it up, Fred gets out of the way, Sam peels. Let's take a flop. Flop comes King, Queen, 6, all clubs. The 9-7 of clubs of Sam flops the world here, flopping a flush, very hard to do. Overpair to the board for Mark on a King, Queen, 6. Check from Sam, and Mark snap checks behind. At first glance, this check behind from Mark, it may look quite bad on a 3 club board. He doesn't really want a full club to roll off without the ace of clubs in his hand, but I actually like the check here. It works really well. It's good to mix in some checks with your aces on certain board textures on the flop. This board's a good one to do it, because if we continue here as Mark and get raised by Sam, we're 100 big blinds deep here. We can start getting put in some tough spots on turns and rivers later on in the hand. So I can really get behind the check here from Mark, and let's take a turn. The turn peels off. It's a complete brick, it's the 3 of hearts, and now Sam leads for 1.2x pot, a huge bet. It's a bomb of a bet into this pot. You just don't see it very often. King, Queen, 6, 3 is the board, 1.2x pot, and now Mark is in a bit of a spot. Alarm bells have got to start going off in Mark Dyson's head. Reason being here is, if Sam had a 1-pair hand, let's say a King X type hand, a King 10, a King 9 suited here, he wouldn't be going this size. He'd be going a smaller size to try and extract value from some worse hands from Mark, like some Queen X, for example, that Mark might elect to check back flop. So once he chooses such a big size, it starts to polarize the hand. It now looks like Sam either has a flop flush, maybe a set of 3s that he turned, a set of 6s, or a bluff, a potential combo draw, some up and downs with a club in them, a hand like Jack 10 with a 10 of clubs, a pair and a flush draw, gut shots and flush draw. There are some bluffs that Sam may take this line with, but regarding value, what's got to go through Mark's head now is, we're not beating any value hands of Sam. If Sam's betting this size for value, there's just not a single hand in his range that we're actually ahead of. The problem we've got though, we can't fold aces to 1-bet after checking back the flop. It just becomes way too exploitable here. If we start folding aces on boards like this after checking back the flop, this can be exploited so well by Sam. He can start overbetting all the time against us, knowing that we're still going to be folding near the top of our range. So from my perspective, I think Mark's got a call here. He does call, and let's take a river. River peels off, it's another brick, it's an 8 of spades. It looks like a great card for the aces of Mark Dyson, but Sam comes out with another bomb, 25k into 20k, 1.25x pot, and now Mark is in a spot. He knows his aces have turned into a bluff catcher. He doesn't beat any value as Sam, he only beats a bluff, and he is in a tricky situation here. It's very hard to find a call. He's not getting the best of prices. He can lose to lots of Sam's value. He's got so many flop flushes, he's got so many sets. So Mark gonna have a ponder about this, and we'll see if he comes to the correct decision. So Mark lets it go. He folds the aces on a King Queen, a 6-8-3 board. It's a great fold, great poker hand. How would you play this one?